Hello, everyone. So, as you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different venue today. So, we're going to do something new, and I'm here with somebody, Jenna Paulette. And if you don't know, she was a woman who wears many hats from ranching to songwriting and music. So, you're actually a recent mother. So, how's motherhood been treating you?
It's awesome. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. And I think it makes everything else more meaningful. And I don't know, everything that I do has a little bit more intention these days. And you just think about passing things down more than you do just about yourself. And it's awesome. Best thing that ever happened to me.
That's really sweet. So let's just jump right in. So I've heard your music, and before I even met you, I'm a big fan. But
Oh,
me and my friends, we also love your music. But my favorite song is actually The Prophet. So you wrote that and you sang it with Ashley McBride. And I heard there's a special meaning behind that song. For the people who don't know, can you tell me some about that?
Yeah, The Prophet is just a really special song to me. It was pitched to me by my label, Ashley McBride, Lori McKenna, and Matresa Berg all wrote on it. And then it was played for me. And I was like, well, if they're cool with me putting my granddad fully into this song, then I'd love to cut it. And so made it about pearl snaps and him smelling like diesel and leather and lava soap and just all the things that I remember so vividly growing up, going to check cows with him and my grandma calling us in for supper and all of those things that just I don't know are the stuff of I don't know old school to a lot of people these days and they're the things that I think made me and my music what it is. And yeah, I fell in love with country music in his truck listening to old school, Eddie Arnold and Don Williams and George
Oh, yeah.
Strait and yeah, and it was all the good stuff. So yeah, that song is really, really special to me too. And I'm so glad that you love it. And I'm so glad that young girls are resonating with it too. Because I think there's like this craving that we have these days because technology is so, I don't know, like just
Diverse.
yeah, and we need that throwback. We need that old school grounding that we got from men and women that worked with their hands and that knew what it was like to really, really put your whole heart and soul into leaving a legacy for somebody. And my granddad did that for me.
That's extra special. So I heard you describe your music as traditional country with a modern edge. What all goes on into writing music and producing it?
Yes, that's a great question. I love old school fiddle licks and pedal steel and gosh, all the rootsy instruments. And I guess I want to make sure that it can appeal to the modern listener. So I want to make sure that it sounds great because I think with the modern age has come the ability to produce things on the highest level. So I guess the modern edge would be that, um, and then the rest of it is pretty traditional, and the backbone of it is three chords and the truth.
So, like I talked to you before you started, you said you grew up ranching and learning all that stuff, especially when you talked about in the Prophet with your granddad and your family. And back to those ranching roots, how has that influenced you as a person and influenced your writing and singing today?
Yes. So for me, I don't think that I would be singing country music if it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for falling in love with the lifestyle. It is, I don't know, the thing that gave what I sing about soul. I mean, it gave me a point of view, a place to write from, and I just don't think that I would have had, um, gosh, a perspective that cared like I do about this way of life and about sharing it with people. And I think because I was a natural singer and a natural poet, country music was a natural avenue for, sharing the things that I love about the way that I got to grow up. So, and so much of that came from sitting in a ranch truck and listening to country music and being inspired by, even songs like Wide Open Spaces by the Dixie Chicks and being out there in wide open spaces, checking cows and, being given responsibility out there. So I was just like out there on my own doing stuff and being like, I'm living this song that I'm singing on the back of a four-wheeler. And I don't know, it's what came out of me because it's what inspired me.
And like another thing I see is like on your social media, you show you're deep down in the dirt every day, like ranching, and you can really go see. And not everybody gets to see that living in different places of the world. And they kind of get to see a glimpse of the Western way of life through your music. So since you're ranching, you probably ride a bunch of different horses. You have a bunch of different horses at your place. Do you
Yes.
believe your horses are aware of your rising fame? And there, are
Oh
they keeping
gosh,
you humble on
no.
purpose?
They keep me more humble than anything, and I'm so thankful. I actually always tell my husband like, because right before we had our baby, I day worked with him whenever I could. I'd just go, whenever I was home, and you know, being out here and working on crews and stuff, like you always are told what to do. Nobody thinks you're special. It's so good because I don't want to be. I really I just love country music and this is what I do and I want to do it on the highest level. So I think there's a level of being well known that comes with that. And I'm grateful because it means that what I'm doing is successful, but I really could care less about being well known or having a lot of people know my name. So I love the days when I'm getting to just be on my horse and working out there, just with my head down and my boots dirty. And I don't know, my one of my favorite things my entire life has been like after a long hard day, like seeing the dirt go down the drain. Like we like watching your hands get clean. I don't know, like it just makes me feel so good. So yeah, my horses and my husband and any crew that I am on definitely keeps my feet on the ground and my head far out of the clouds.
Oh yes, I totally understand. I got a Hancock mirror. I know how you feel. So
Yep.
there's a difference between being a country artist, you can say, and actually living the lifestyle like you do. What do you think country music is missing right now, and what can you attribute to it?
Oh goodness. Well, I always tell people I feel so blessed to get to live the life that I get to live, and I think um I get to have an honest perspective. Like there's so many people that write songs in Nashville who are excellent songwriters and who are the reason that I get to write songs on the highest level that are, really, really well written songs. But I think there's also um a perspective that is real that I get to have because I get to live this way. And I think that's a huge blessing. And I think it's very needed in country music, especially in this day and age, because I think, you know, artists like Taylor Swift took country music to the masses and it then she went to be a pop star, and so there's this level of like pop music that has infiltrated country and it's very catchy. I'm not hating on it at all, but it is taken away some of the reality and perspective that country music was based on. And I think I can keep alive some of the core values that come with traditional country music and give people that are wanting that kind of music somebody to listen to.
That's awesome. So, rolling on into some of the extra special stuff. So, I've got some clothes and stuff with me here today, as we can see. We got a whole bunch of
Yay.
shirts and a jacket. So, Ely Cattleman, who has the Cowboy Girl collection, you actually helped design some of those clothes and helped come up with it. So, tell me about how that all got started.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I fell in love with country music with my granddad. I fell in love with ranching, working next to my granddad, and so I've always worn like hand-me-down pearl snaps from him, and I've never really gotten into the women's pearl snaps that you find at like most Western stores. And because they're super tight, they don't give you a whole lot of room in the bust. They're not long enough in the arms. They don't have a like pinhole in your pocket. Like very simple utility things that come with men's pearl snaps. I just couldn't find in a women's pearl snap, and I didn't like it how any of them fit me.
Yes.
So I have always either worn vintage or my granddad's hand-me-downs. And so I was like, well, what if we made some that are still based on men's sizing, but made to fit a woman. So just slightly tailored in the waist so that it's not quite so baggy, but still has that kind of manly fit and more room in the shoulders so you can swing a loop and, just do all the things that you need to do as a working cowgirl, as a rodeo cowgirl. Showing whatever part of the Western industry that you're a part of. It's made to be used and worn in those worlds. And so, but yeah, they're pretty and just feminine at the same time. So you can sit pretty in the saddle.
They're comfy too. So I just got this
Thank
one. I
you.
actually wore this one the other day. I showed Ranch Horse and I was I was up from 5 a.m. and all the way down. It was a rough, long day, but and it was very hot. It was like 90 degrees all day in Mississippi.
Yep.
And so I wrote it and I was like, this is one of the comfiest shirts because I've had shirts that come untucked and it's just hard to move around. And I've like
Yep.
have an issue and I love my shirt all day.
Yay! Good. Well, it looks so cute on you. I love that the colors are so like bright and poppy on some of them too. And the fact
Those
that you're wearing the primrose gingham or the bull thistle
for
gingham,
those
it's
watching,
like,
we got like all the shirts here. And we got a
yes, yeah, we
jacket.
got them all. Yes, yeah, the jean jacket. Because I don't know, there's like staples on a day-to-day basis. And one of them is a denim jacket. Yep, that's right. And so it's just like a loose fit. You can wear it and move around and still feel cute.
So, do you think your clothes can tell a story before a song even starts? What does your style say when you're singing and you're on stage in Ely?
I hope that it says that, I do this for a living outside of music and that it's my real life and I'm not putting on a costume.
Yep. So, out of all the shirts and out all the colors they have, if somebody were to borrow a shirt without asking, which one would you be like, that's my favorite shirt?
Oh my gosh, probably, gosh, one of the wallpaper patterns. I love them all. Like I wear them all, but I love that blue and pink stripe wallpaper pattern, and I think it's sold out. So I don't even know if it's available in like our size anymore. But it is so cute. It's like got navy-ish blue stripes and then little pink flowers all down the sleeves. And it's like perfectly feminine and manly at the same time. And
I've seen
I'd
that
probably
one.
tell people that one or the blue bonnet stripe are
That one's a
my
really
two
cute one.
favorites.
So,
Thank you.
do you feel like this collection is helping redefine what a modern cowgirl looks like? Not just for fashion, but for younger girls growing up in this generation, ranching, rodeoing, and even just being influenced by the Western way of life?
That's such a good question. Yes, I think so, and I hope so. Because I think so many of us have resorted to wearing menswear, and I hope that it gives them an option to wear a shirt that still fits like that, but that feels pretty.
That's awesome. So, Jenna, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. From cowboy boots to songwriting boots, you've shared so much realness, heart, and humor. I know everyone listening feels a little more proud to be Western today, or at least wants to go buy Ely Cattleman Cowboy Girl Collection shirt. And I know this one's probably one of my new favorites in my closet, and they're all filling my closet now, which is already pretty cool. So, before we go, let people know where they can come find your music, find you on social media, and find all the good stuff, and maybe even get tickets because I saw you have one of the singing things coming up.
Yes, ma'am. So just Jenna Paulette, wherever you are on social media, JennaPaulette, and then JennaPaulette.com for all the concerts and everything like that. I hope to see y'all out there and keep it cowboy girl.
And guys, if you took anything from this episode, it's just being a cowboy or cowgirl isn't just about the look, it's about the way of life. And Jenna Paulette lives it loud and proud. Don't forget to follow us on social media. I'm Fallon.Frisby on TikTok and Instagram, and you can find me on Facebook. And go follow Ely Cattleman and go look at some cowboy girl collection shirts. And I hope to see y'all next time.